2 weeks ago, there were 3 different events where people and the media could try new games and experiences for the Nintendo Switch: Gamescom, PAX West, and Nintendo Live. And with those cool events came new rumors about the successor to the Nintendo Switch. And you know what? I think we're pretty much in the end game for the original Switch. I predict that the upcoming holiday season will be the last one without a Switch 2. And since we're so close to the end, well, I want to tell you what I want the successor to be. Hey, I'm Nico, and here's what I expect to get with the Nintendo Switch 2. When Nintendo merged its handheld and console teams, I didn't expect them to actually create a brand new console that would be both suited for home and portable use. But dang, was that an amazing idea! To be honest, I just cannot see myself going back to anything else after experiencing the Nintendo Switch. The idea of playing amazing looking games on my TV and then just doing this and being able to play them on the go is an insanely good one, so I expect the Nintendo Switch 2 to retain this portability. And with Sony about to release an accessory for the PlayStation 5 that allows you to play on a gamepad type controller, well, I'm probably not the only one that wants the Switch 2 to be another hybrid console. Bring me a new type of dock, maybe a more portable one, and I'll be super happy. If the Switch is so perfect, then why do we need a new one? Well, obviously, it's a piece of technology from the year 2017 with a graphics processor from the year 2015. I think it's not harsh to say that it's starting to be a bit outdated. Most games on the Nintendo Switch do look good, but compared to PC games or even PlayStation 5 games, they're definitely not as polished. Obviously, I'm not expecting the Nintendo Switch 2 to look as good as a PS5, that'd be silly, but just using a processor that's way more recent would go a long way. Being able to play every single first-party Nintendo games with at least 60 frames per second is what I'd expect the Nintendo Switch 2 to be capable of. The modding community and the emulators have already shown that with a decent enough PC, you can emulate most Switch games at 60 FPS, but you know what? I want to do it the legal way. With rumors saying that the Switch 2 might use Nvidia's DLSS, an AI technology that improves image quality while retaining good performance, I think we might be able to achieve that goal, at least while the console is docked. Having crazy looking graphics on a 6-inch screen is way less important to me, but I do expect the docked experience to be heavily improved. Like these types of graphics, I don't ever want to see again, okay? It seems that backwards compatibility with previous consoles has become way more mainstream recently, with the PS5 being able to play PS4 games and the Xbox Series being able to play Xbox One games. I totally expect that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be compatible with the Switch 1 games. Some rumors actually mention a different type of cartridge being used for the Switch 2, but if the Nintendo 3DS has taught us one thing, it's that even if a new console uses a different looking cartridge, the slot can still be used to play the older ones if designed that way. As for your digital titles, I also expect them to work, as Nintendo has been hard at work at getting everybody to use a Nintendo account to buy and register their games. But playing older games isn't enough for me. I'd actually like the Switch 2 to improve the experience of those games. Like Tears of the Kingdom, it's an amazing game, but it runs at 30 FPS on Switch and has major frame rate dips here and there when there's a lot happening on screen. So I'd love the Switch 2 to be able to compensate and actually improve those slowdowns, making them unnoticeable. And why not have a performance mode that allows all Switch titles to run at 60 FPS? I may be asking for a lot here, but who knows what Nintendo is actually cooking. I think it's obvious that the Nintendo Switch 2 will actually feature everything from the Nintendo Switch Online program, whether it's classic games, online play, useless phone app, and even the ability to create those amazing profile pictures. Look, it's a hamburger! I think the era of having to rebuy your classic games over and over again on an eShop or a virtual console is actually over. Nintendo Switch Online is like the Netflix of classic Nintendo games. You boot it, you choose a game, you play, and that's it. They cannot take that away from us, can they? Well, especially with how slow the releases are, restarting the catalog every 6 or 7 years would make no sense. And although this is pretty much what they've done with the Wii and Wii U, I think they won't do that again with the Switch and Switch 2. Nintendo Switch Online is a service you pay year after year, so you truly never own the catalog. You kinda just buy a subscription to use it, but that's okay, as long as this catalog keeps growing and improving. So yeah, that's what I want for the Switch 2. Simple, right? Just keep bringing back those classic NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy, GBA, heck, why not have the GameCube too at some point? The more, the merrier. Oh, and the ability to play online is pretty dope too, so please allow Switch 2 and Switch 1 owners to be able to play together. That'd be kinda cool. I just realized that I talked a lot about the software, but I didn't actually talk about the device itself. I think the Switch 2 will probably look a lot like the Switch 1, especially if they want the whole backwards compatibility process to be easy. Thing is, I got all 3 different versions of the Switch, and after playing with the OLED model, I cannot see myself going back to an LCD screen. The colors would seem so off. So yeah, I'd like an OLED screen to be the standard version for the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I don't mind seeing a more basic set that would feature a classic LCD screen for those that want a cheaper alternative, but I still think the main one should be the OLED. As for a Lite version, well, I don't know, I don't think we need another Switch Lite. It's great for what it is, but considering it just cannot be docked and you can't play games on the TV with it, this version should be saved for later in the Switch 2 cycle, at least in my opinion. So yeah, basically get me that OLED screen and I'll be happy. There's been rumors of a new camera accessory too, and if they want to add a camera to the Switch 2, well, I guess they can, I don't mind it. The 3DS had a bunch of those, and I guess it was fun to be able to take pictures or whatever. If the Switch 2 has a front-facing camera, maybe we can have screenshots with our live reactions. That could be neat, I suppose. Let's just hope that if the Switch 2 has a camera, it's gonna be used for something cool, cause remember that the right Joy-Con has an infrared sensor? Didn't know? Yeah, cause they practically never used it. Nintendo Switch has games. Well, that's what the commercial said, and oh boy is that right. I have a pretty decent gaming collection, I think, but the Switch is probably the console I have the most games for. Ever since its release in 2017, I don't think there's been a single month where I didn't purchase a Nintendo Switch game. Did I play all of those games? No, not even close, but I'm working on the backlog. What I'm trying to say here is that the Switch has a lot of games, and if they make a Switch 2, they gotta keep up the pace. I need more Zeldas, more Marios, more Kirbys, more everything, and I also need third-party games to be there too. The most recent rumor says that Square Enix may have Final Fantasy VII Remake as a launch title for the Switch 2, and that's kinda cool. There's a lot of cool games out on other consoles that truly need to be on Nintendo's hardware as well, just to be able to play them on the go. As for Nintendo themselves, well, I think the next 3D Mario game is going to be the launch title for the Switch 2. Like, it's been 6 years since Mario Odyssey came out. Gimme more 3D Mario. And remember that game? Yeah, Metroid Prime 4? Well, I think we'll also need to see this one on Switch 2. I think the first year of Switch 2 games will also include a Switch 1 version for those that just don't want to upgrade just yet, but later down the line, all of the cool games will become exclusive just to get everybody aboard the Switch 2 train. Choo choo! Here's a bonus list of things I'd love to see on the Switch 2, but since it's made by Nintendo, we probably won't see those. Street Pass! Yes, I want to see the return of Street Pass. I loved this thing on the 3DS so much that I would bring my console everywhere with me, just hoping to meet someone new. Miiverse. I loved sharing dumb screenshots and reading weird comments. It was actually super fun. And if you don't bring back Miiverse, just give me something social, Nintendo, because this online app on the phone is complete garbage, and sharing a screenshot to Facebook or X just doesn't cut it for me. Themes. The Switch has the white and the black theme, and that's it. That's boring. The 3DS had a bazillion themes to choose from. What are you waiting for? So yeah, that pretty much sums everything I'd love to see in the successor to the Nintendo Switch. I don't think I'm asking for too much, am I? Just a better, shinier Nintendo Switch and some games that run at 60 FPS? That's all I want. But what about you, gamers? What do you want to see from the Switch 2? Let me know in the comment section down below, and as for me, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!